Welcome, fellow wrecked plebs.
Morning, people. Back again for another video. Apologies, I've been away. Yeah, it's just been a busy weekend, busy week. I'll update on personal news now. I got the job, signed contracts. Looks like I'm going back to being a 9 to 5 pleb. More money though than I originally asked for, so that's a good sign. So I'll start back. Well, I go in on Wednesday, sign some contracts and whatnot. And of course, as I do that, the market reverses. I mean, it looks like a reversal. It looks like it could go, it could go, it could go, and just, totally break my heart right now. And that's okay. I'm just sort of like, yeah, sort of coping at the moment with the current price action. As you can see, it's reversed nicely. It's up to just under 1500. Still down, like on a shorter time frame, it looks like it just wants to rip. You see how I like sort of like the same thing here, where it could just keep going. Prediction 1800. I mean, I'm hoping it's just 1800 and it gets rejected and then sells off again. Some people got a theory that it will go to 2400 and then maybe um, go down from there. I don't know why it keeps doing that. That's strange. Yeah, that's it on price action. If you look at the cloud, it's in the red cloud. Crossed up. That's on the 12 hour. On the daily, it looks like it's getting rejected from the slower moving average. So we'll see what happens. Could break out, man. Could break out, and a lot of people will be very braggish about that and say, you didn't cope and blah blah blah, and it's just something you got to deal with, isn't it? Sadly. Okay, moving on. First thing I want to talk about is velodrome. There's been a lot of questions asked about velodrome in the Discord because they announced that they were going to do like an OP airdrop, and looking at it, it doesn't actually add up to do the actual the actual incentive for it. So basically, what they're saying is that you need to have a minimum of 10,000 OP tokens locked. Here it is. Yeah, so you need to have like 10,000 plus locked before the 7th of or the 14th of July. Um, in order to receive 50k worth of OP tokens. But checking in the Discord, it looks like there was 234 million Velo locked or turned into vested into V Velo before the 14th. So if you break it down, you're getting less than one OP token, even if you had the 10,000 minimum. So it's kind of like a no-brainer to just leave it. And I'd say that goes for the rest. I mean, the incentives are good if you've actually got a substantial amount of VVelo locked up, but for some of us small investors, it's just not worth it. I'd say, lock it out for 4 years, enjoy the incentives. I think you'd make more money that way, just voting every week on a Thursday or like, Wednesday night before the next, before the next epoch. Collect your VVelo rewards and just take it from there. So there's been a lot of questions about like how you actually lock your velo. What you need to do is you need to transfer a bit of ETH or however much you want to invest in over a bridge to Optimism, and then go into like the Velodrome website, which is here, um, and then yeah, maybe convert it to USDC because it seems like the actual Velo swap protocol doesn't accept direct ETH. As you can see, it accepts OP and all these others, but it doesn't take pure ETH. So what I would do is I would transfer pure ETH over to Optimism and then go into something like Uniswap and just convert it there because then you're saving on fees converting ETH to USDC. And then from there you go to Velo and then you would just like USDC to Velo and then you would have to vest it. So you go to the vest screen, then you like click create lock, and there's your velo. You put how much velo you want to lock, how long you want to lock it for, and you just press lock. And then from there you start collecting rewards, just like that. See, so I got rewards from last week, like 15.26, because my amount wasn't as high as it is now. So like you can see, I'm earning some rewards as we go along. But I'll also get a nice lump at the end of this epoch, which will be Wednesday night, Thursday morning. Um, yeah, and that's about it. So if you do decide to lock 10,000 or more, you will be entitled to some of the 100 and I think it's 125, yeah, OP. See, so lock 10k additional VVelo before the 7th. New lockers, yeah. So if you're not an early locker and you lock 10k, then you before the 28th, then you'd be entitled to 75k, and then there'll be ongoing rewards going forward. Yeah, so 500k will be dispersed over or every 2 weeks to lock 10k VVelo anytime after the 28th. So even if you miss that date, you're still entitled to 500k worth of OP. Eventually at some point. Yeah, I'm a big fan. I'm earning fees. I actually put in like 200 to an extra $200, and that's worth just over 1,000. So it's sort of 5x since I put it in. So yeah, as you can see, the price has just sort of shot up. It got rejected over the weekend price action, but I think it's got the potential to actually take off and earn me a little more. It doesn't really matter to me because I've locked for 4 years. So yeah, that's basically how you do it. And yeah, from there, I mean, you could go through like the voting. So like yeah, every week this will reset the bribes, and you can just like select voting how much you want to put in. So then it says voting power used 100%, which is my total amount of tokens. Cast vote. It costs you a couple pennies to vote every Thursday, and then at the end of the week you collect your fees. If you wanna like let your fees compound, you can. You just yeah, just don't claim it, and then next, so when I do a video after Thursday, this will be more hopefully. I would have earned more rewards that I can then add to my vault and just continue. I would like to add that if you were to like click manage and then just add more, it doesn't actually change the date. If you so you can increase lock. Like if you increase duration, yeah, you can, but my duration is maxed out at 4 years, so you can just increase the amount in your actual Vivelo amount. Okay, what else has happened? Yeah, so another bit of big news. I'm going to skip past that. Is yeah, Starkware. I don't know if any of you guys have used DYDX before, but there's like Immutable X and Diversify is the other protocol that I'm familiar with on Starkware, or StarkX. They're gonna be doing a token. So it was broken by Suzu, the criminal, who's on the run at the moment. And going into the Discord to look for the details, I found like how much we'd be getting. It's actually not that much. You get like 9% for people who performed work for Starknet and powered it developers, blah blah blah. So it would just be like if you actually used the protocol before the initial snap date or snapshot date, which was June the 1st. You also get a rebate, a portion back for like crossing the bridge over to the Starknet base and using their protocol. So I mean, it might be something, it might be nothing. It's not a governance token per se. They're saying that it's going to be used for transactions fees and also for decentralization, in that you could stake the tokens that you're airdropped, and then you would earn fees similar to Velo, but like not a vesting thing. It's just yeah, you'd be helping maintain the decentralization of the Starkware protocol. A lot of Ethereum, natives are not too happy with Starkware because they're going to use the token for transactions similar to like Matic, Polygon. So that means that it's not actually a layer 2 EVM. Well, it could be EVM. It's not a layer 2 ZK rollup. It's more of a side chain. So it's still gonna maybe inherit the security base of Ethereum, but at the same time, it's gonna have its own sort of security base based on the token and staking. So yeah, the token's due out September 2022. I verified that. It's somewhere here. I can post a link to the actual announcement that this fella Olympian, who he follows a lot of the airdrops. Basically it's his job. So I'll post a link to this guy Olympio.lens. So like there's lens protocol, but I'm not gonna get into that because I'm not really a Matic guy. So it's a Matic thing. Um, and he goes through all the details about how many tokens there are and how you earn them and whatnot and whatnot. Also, I read this interesting article. If you're curious about what's going on in the market and why it's pumping and whatnot, but this Arthur Hayes, he's a true legend. He wrote an amazing article. What happens when a samurai, a knight, and a Yankee travel together down the road to hyperinflation paved with yield curve control? I mean, he's pretty much nailed it head on. People have read this and probably just gone long, you know. So I'll post a link to this, I would say, article, Medium article, and you can read it. Someone pointed out that you can actually, if you register with Medium, and you follow the person who's written the article, you can actually listen to it as well. So if you're more of an audio listener then yeah, it's a benefit. It's about a 40-minute read, but really worth your time to actually read it. Let's see, NFTs, Octopunks. I'm still a fan of Octopunks, but they're not doing much until like Quaixotic, actually allow people to make offers. The price is not going to move much, I don't think. It's still got a good base. It's around where I purchased my original cost basis for the two punks that I bought. But yeah, there's not really much going on. You can see like it's been like every couple of hours there might be a few bought. I mean, yesterday someone bought up all the floor punks just to get them out of the way, and that's one person. So I mean, even if we were to check how many this person has, have they got a load that they're going to want to dump at some point? More than likely. Oh, it didn't work, but yeah, you get my point. I also bought another NFT here last night or yesterday, which is Elements by Wet Potato Brain, and I think it's pretty cool. So I'll just give you guys a little look at it. I think I paid over the odds for it because what happened was I saw that they were being minted, and then I clicked mint, and then the transaction came up on MetaMask, and then I rejected the transaction because I wasn't sure. It was like $100, and then I went back, and all of a sudden they just sold out. So I'm kind of gutted about that. Um, yeah, so I ended up buying this one, which I think is quite pretty, and I don't intend on selling for a little while. Um, yeah, and what else? I'll go back to my likes and keep you guys updated on what I've actually liked. Is there anything else? Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, Celsius has gone down. Mashinsky's done a runner. They've filed for bankruptcy, so whoever's involved there has lost all their money. There's plenty of videos on YouTube about that. Yes, and congratulations to Velodrome. Look, 60 million in total value locked, and it's rising. So it's exciting times if you're involved. Exciting times. I just hope it's all legit and everything works out for the developers and the community because as much as people are going on about the airdrop, it's only going to be worth pennies if you missed it. So don't take it to heart. But I think if you vest for a longer period and you vote every week, I think it could be a game changer for you personally. And that's all I'm going to say on that. So I hope you guys are having a good day. It's the hottest day of the year where I am. So I'm going to just go and have a cold shower now. Stay well and God bless. Peace.